welcome back to my channel. Before I get started on today's video, I just wanna say sorry for the reflection that's going on with my specs and the light that I have in front of me. My eyes are just too tired for me to wear contact lenses, so I just want to wear specs for this video. And honestly, I just got back from work. I refuse to touch up my face, and it's totally not like a beauty type video kind of thing. And honestly speaking, this is an impromptu video. I did not intend to film this video at all until I read all your comments in my what rhymes with fries video, and I just want to thank you guys for taking so much time to share with me the things that you've learned in the first half of 2015 and the things that you want to achieve in the next half of 2015. I'm gonna try to do this so that it doesn't reflect the circle stuff in my eyes, because I can see from the viewfinder. Anyway, after reading most or if not all of your comments, I felt that I felt very compelled to do a video to I don't know, I guess respond to your comments. And of course I cannot, as in if I were to sit here and respond to each and everyone's comment, I think we will be sitting here for an hour. What I've done is that I've read through all the comments and I've picked up certain things that were actually repeated in some of the comments, and I thought I would address them. I'm not saying that I'm a pro in all these type of things, but I just want to give my 2 cents worth and the things that I've learned throughout my 23 years of life. And I hope that this video would actually help some of you and motivate some of you, because eventually, ultimately, that's what I want to do for my channel. I mean, I don't want to just stop at beauty and makeup and all that stuff. I also want to be helpful in terms of life and all that. But like I said, I'm not a pro or anything. I'm not a certified counselor, whatever. I just feel that it's only fair for me to respond to you guys in this manner, instead of just reading my replies to you. Even though don't worry, I will get round to replying each and every one of you, but I just thought that I would address certain things that I see very repeatedly in most of the comments. Just so you know, I have written down certain things that I want to say, because I did try to film this the first time round, but I feel that I was all over the place, so I thought I would write it down. So I will be referring to this, and I just wrote this 20 minutes ago. So yeah, let's get started. Sometimes in life, things always tend to not always go your way most of the time. I'm not going to say all the time, because sometimes good things do happen, but sometimes things do go wrong. And I find that it's okay, it's totally fine for things to go wrong, and it's okay for you to feel upset about it, but it's it's what you choose to make out of that situation that affects the outcome. Despite all the negative things that may be happening in your life or has happened in your life, and even though I say that it's okay to feel upset and sad about it, because it's only human for you to do so, I think that you have to make that choice to want to bounce back from the difficulty that you're facing. Because I feel that if you're going to just sit down and cry and wallow in self-pity all the time, you're not gonna get anywhere. And I'm not saying that you can't cry. I say that if emotions need to be let out, you need to cry, you need to get frustrated, you can punch a pillow, whatever. But at the same time, you should come to a point where you must know that something needs to happen for you to get to a better place, and that something cannot happen if you don't let it happen. And with that said, I think that from the comments that I read, I'm very happy to see that you guys know what you want to achieve in the next half of the year. You guys know what you want. You guys have a vision of what you want to see yourself to be in the next half of 2015, and it's good, because I feel that that's a step to getting better with yourself and to improving yourself. Because I feel that in life, there's always a need there's always a need to want to improve in any aspect at all. Whether it's like, you know, self-confidence, whether it's in speaking or being outspoken, more like fun or something. Everything you do, there's always like a need. You should always want to be better than you were yesterday. And then like another thing that I see in the comments is part about like loving yourself. This is like on the relationship side, and I think like in general, before you love anyone else, like your friends, your significant other or whoever, I think that you need to love yourself first. Never ever doubt your own capabilities, because I think that it happens. I mean, like, I used to doubt my own capabilities. Before I start anything, I'll be like, oh my god, I'm so gonna not do well in this. And I think that it happens very, very often. And I also feel that it's something that should be stopped, because you know, you are really just doubting yourself and you're really not giving yourself like so I feel that in whatever you do, just take it, you know, like take it positively, get in with the right foot, do what you have to, and just say like, hey, you know what, I think I can probably do this, man. You know, just give yourself that mindset that I can do it. And hopefully with the effort that you put in, you can always give yourself a chance. That's what I'm trying to say. I have a fan here because I took it from my mom's room or my parents' room, because you know my room is hot and I always face upper lip sweat issues. But yeah, back to the point. I just always give yourself a chance. Don't just like, before you start anything, already doubt yourself. Just stop doubting yourself. Before you start something, just tell yourself that, you know what, I'm gonna try this, and whether or not I feel it's gonna be up, you know, is the outcome. Like, I haven't even started it, how do I know if I'm gonna fail or I'm gonna do well? Give yourself that chance to prove to yourself, and yeah, basically prove to yourself that you are able to achieve whatever it is that you set your mind to. It's always the 50-50 chance. You either do well or you don't. And if you don't, I find that it's normal for you to like cry and like beat yourself up a lot. But you have to stop. You have to find that place where you have to stop beating yourself, and you have to find out how you're going to work your way around that failure to climb over there and reach like the success area of your life. I mean, I know this sounds very cheesy, but personally I have failed like a subject, like until I have to retake and everything, and I felt I locked myself in my room and I just cried and I didn't want to do anything about it. And there was a time, especially this was in poly, when I was in year 2 poly, I totally like lost it, in a sense where I felt that I didn't belong in my course. I felt really lost and I wasn't doing very well, and I honestly felt like quitting. Like, I was seriously failing most of my subjects. Not really failing, but I wasn't really doing very well. I was just like almost like just past that kind. And there came to a point where I didn't do well for one of my assignments, and my lecturer kind of put me one side because she saw a lot of potential in me. And when she asked me like, what's going on, like why aren't you, you know, like performing? And she told me, and when I told her, when I wanted to share with her, I started crying because I don't know, I just broke down. I felt like I was very out of place and I just didn't want to do it anymore. I feel like I didn't belong in my course because everyone else was doing so much better than I was, and I just felt like meh, like, you know, like why am I even here, like why do I even bother trying? So then she kind of like comforted me, and she told me that, you know, like she sees a lot of potential in me, and not only that, she actually like advised me to, you know, ask some of my friends how they get their essays up to standard and all that. And I felt from then on out, I just felt slightly more motivated. And I guess what I'm trying to say is that even when you have like a lowest point in your life, there will always be one person or a couple of people who will always be there to kind of like pull you back up. And not only that, you yourself have to want to like pull yourself up. And I know that like this whole idea of failing is very, very scary because you feel that you have to live up to so many expectations. But that's where you have to turn around and ask yourself, what are my expectations of myself? What motivates me? What makes me want to do better? and how am I gonna do it? About the whole part of beating yourself up, I see that it's a human nature kind of thing to beat yourself up, because I'm the kind of person, when I don't perform up to my expectations, I hate myself. I really hate, like I cannot even deal with myself whenever I used to like just pass an assignment. I really beat myself up like crazy, and then I realized that beating myself up over it is not gonna help me get better. I have to like get over that phase and move on to try and find ways on how I can like get past that failure or that meh moment of mine. And I think that it's very important for you to find that place where you have to say, you know what, stop, I am done, you know, like beating myself, like not literally, beating myself up over the things that I was not able to do. How am I gonna get over this and find out ways on how I can overcome it? And just now I mentioned about expectations, right? Trust me, I understand how you feel. You have to like manage your expectations from like your parents, your cousins, your aunties, your uncles, your distant cousin, your classmate, your schoolmate, the one who's in another course, but in another school, or in the same course but in another school. You know, you are competing yourself with so many different kind of people. I need to please this person, I need to please this person. Just ask, whatever it is, whoever it is that you want to please, ask yourself this: what pleases you? I'm not talking about the kinky stuff, okay? I'm talking about what do you want? What do you want to achieve? And what do you expect yourself to be in the future? Or like, where do you want your choices that you make now to bring you? In the midst, sometimes we all get caught up in trying to please other people, that we don't even realize that we are very unhappy with ourselves. Stop and really just focus and ask yourself like, okay, you know what do I want? Okay, I want to get like 3 A's in my next exam. Whatever subject, I just want to get 3 A's. Fine, then do it. Like, find ways on how you're going to achieve that A. If you have to like write an essay and send like 5 or 6 drafts to your lecturer to get them proofread, to make sure that you're on the right track, do it. You just gotta know what you want. I mean, like pause and stop trying to please other people and try to figure out what makes you happy and how you are going to do it without losing yourself. And now I've already touched slightly and meshed it into this third part, which is school. And I do understand that being a student is really difficult. You have to deal with like schoolwork, your friends, your teachers, people who like always have a problem with you, people who want to make your life difficult. It's difficult. I mean, being a student is hard. If let's say you are not in a position where you are not really doing well in school, I suggest you have to find that something that you are not doing good at and find out what you can do to like get you out of that position. And seriously, when it comes to school, you cannot be paiseh. Don't ever be, oh my god, so paiseh, you want to ask this teacher that I don't understand, you know, like then you just like, oh no, I know, but actually you don't know. Seriously, if you want to be paiseh in school, you are gonna lose out. Never mind, ask your lecturer, spend that 1-2 hours extra time just to ask your lecturer questions. Email them if you can, just to rectify certain things. Get them to explain to you certain concepts that you may or may not understand. And really, the amount of effort that you put in to find out the things that you don't know will pay off. And I can totally vouch for this, because when I was in uni, that was a turning point for me. I was a late bloomer. I wasn't motivated in poly, and sometimes I wish I was, but that is it was past already. And once I entered uni, every assignment I did, I will send 2 or 3 drafts to my lecturer just to let them. I don't get them to say okay, can. I just say that I will just ask them whether I'm writing in the right direction or not. And yes, then later they will say yes or no. And then if sometimes I'm lucky enough, the lecturer will be nice enough to tell me that you should, you know, twist it a little bit. You should put in more case studies and whatnot. And by like 3 days before my deadline, I'm ready to submit my assignment. And along the way, I am always the first in line after class for consultation time. Yes, I am that irritating bugger who runs to the teacher's table and asks teacher, I have my draft, it's nothing much, but can you please see whether I'm, you know, on the right track? Am I writing the correct things? And yeah, I'm that kind of kiasu student who ran up to my lecturer after class for consultation. I will write multiple drafts over and over and over. And that's just how I rolled when I was in uni. And even though I was still very, like, I wasn't like a straight honest student or straight A honest student or anything, I got my degree and felt dang bloody proud of my degree, because I know that I put that much effort into each and every one of my essays and my assignments and my exams that I have nothing to feel sorry about. I had nothing to regret because I knew that I gave like 1000% when I was studying for my degree. And that's why I told you, you cannot be paiseh. If you don't know, ask. Open your mouth and ask. If you need extra time to figure it out, ask your friends how they do it. Ask your friend to read you and proofread your work to see whether you have any grammatical errors. So that's with relations to school. And now moving on to family time. And I do understand that some people may not be very close to their family. So this portion, if you if you are one of them who are not very super close to your family, then I guess those who matter, like your best friend or your grandma or something. For me, I personally feel that no matter what you do, whether you're working, you're schooling, you're working part-time and schooling, you must always make time for family / people who matter. Because it is these people who will always have your back no matter what. And this is the one thing that I do have to say about family though. We are too busy like growing up that we forget that our parents are actually getting old. And sometimes, you know, I just feel that you should appreciate the time that you have, because you know, you never know when the time that you are left with will be gone. And I think that you always need to just appreciate the little moments, even no matter how little they are, and just spend time with the ones you love, and just be grateful for their presence in your life as they are grateful for yours. And to wrap up, as SC Button does it, to wrap up this like ramble, like responding to your comments thing, it's just basically about life. Life to me, it's supposed to be easy, but sometimes we just tend to complicate it. It's just how it is. I always believe that no matter like whether it's a negative or a positive thing, everything happens for a reason. Whether or not you will see it now, like immediately, or you will see it later is a very different story. But just always have the thing in mind that everything happens for a reason. And whenever you are faced with like difficulty, you know, like arguments, conflicts, blah blah blah, whatever it is, the difficulties that you go through or I have been through, I think I'm really dang proud of it, and I'm happy that I went through like crappy times, because I feel that it is through that stuff that made me realize that I actually stood up for something in my life. I stood up for myself in whatever situation that I was in, and I feel that that's something to be proud of. And it has made me more resilient. It has made me tougher in ways that I never thought that was possible. And I can take so much more that is being thrown at me because of the difficult parts of my life that I have faced. The last thing I want to say before I end this video is that to those of you who are in a relationship, again, this is just my opinion. If you don't agree, then it's fine. Those of you who are in a relationship, getting over a breakup, etc., don't ever get lost in someone. Because I truly believe that you are yourself, you are one person, and being with someone else is, even though we always say that he's my other half or she's my other half, I believe that I am my own entity. My fiancé is his own person, I am my own person. But when I'm with him or when we are together, we are complementary, we are a team. and I can still function by myself. And I think that's very important for you girls out there who are in a relationship, that you must know how to function by yourself. If that person is no longer there, you must know how to live just with yourself. And once you figured that out and found that, hey, you know what, I'm very happy being by myself, things will just fall into place. Because when I met my fiance, it was the point in my life where I felt that I'm okay being by myself. I am fine being by myself, and I'm not just saying that to make myself feel better, but I truly believe that I was okay being by myself. Like I was really feeling very happy and feeling very peace and at one with myself. And just when I had that moment where, you know what, actually I'm fine with myself, I met my fiance. And to me, that's why when I tell people how I met my fiance, I will always tell them that before you fall in love with someone, or before you want to be in a relationship with someone, you have to be in a relationship with yourself. You have to love yourself first. You have to be comfortable with yourself first, and then before you can actually love someone else other than yourself. So yeah, you just always have to be happy with yourself. You must know how to function without the other person. And although that I know that I can function without my fiance, I cannot imagine my life without him, which is not here. I don't know why I keep doing this, but I cannot imagine my life without him. But even if I did not have him by my side, I know that I can survive. And I think that's one thing that he appreciates about me. That's one of the many things, I must say, that he's very appreciative of me, is that I'm a very independent person. I'm not clingy. I'm only clingy when I'm like very manja lah, you know, but I'm not the sort who kind of like bugs him all the time to meet him or anything. I'm just very fine. Like I go out very often by myself, and he does the same thing. And yeah, because he is his own person and I am my own person, but when we are together, we are a team. And that's just how we roll, and I think that that's how it should be. But don't like scold me or anything, because this is again like solely my opinion and thoughts. Yeah, I have sat here and talked for half an hour, and I hope that I can like edit some of this stuff out so that you don't have to hear me talk for half an hour. But yeah, I hope that this video helps some of you and makes some of you feel better. And I just want to thank you guys for taking the time to comment on my video and just sharing with me the things that you want to achieve, because it in turn inspires me as well, because I am human and there's so many things I can learn from so many different people, and you guys are that many other people that I can learn from. So do give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet, or if you want to see more videos from me. I will see you guys in my video this coming Friday, and yeah, have a great week ahead you guys, and I will see you guys soon. Bye!